All right, Ori and the
Ori
Will of the
2.
Wisps.
Ori 2. So before we start this out, I do want to say that Microsoft not only gave this game to us for free, but gave us an early release copy. Now, I ain't gonna stop me from talking mad shit about Microsoft and their terrible, terrible operating system that isn't Linux, but this game does in fact slap.
Fuck you, I like Windows.
Ew, why?
Because it works.
You don't even use Linux, shut up, Thel.
Bitch, yes I do. The only reason I use Windows is because it can run the EXEs. Like I straight up use Linux, a Linux operating system to record the skeleton videos.
Well, this isn't a video about Linux, it's a video about Ori and the Will of the Wisps, so let's watch it.
Which was published by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Very specifically. Oh no, wait, it is on Steam. I was thinking, I wasn't even sure that they'd released it on Steam, but yeah, they did.
It's also free on Game Pass right now,
I think
too.
they're smart
Oh
enough
yeah,
to
it is free on Game Pass, I think.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Ori 2 as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
They've been doing the day and date thing lately, so.
Yeah. If you don't know what Ori is, that would be a little bit surprising based on our fan base, but what Ori and the Blind Forest is it's a video game about this little guy. His name is Ori, and he runs around in this forest. It's a Metroid. Yeah, it's a Metroidvania, and he gets abilities and powers, and he's able to jump around on stuff. And he gets those as time goes on, and it's Metroidvania.
And then there's a big map that kind of goes around and.
Yeah.
The forest got its sight restored at the end of the last one. That's why this one isn't the Blind Forest anymore.
Yeah. Now in this one, you're doing the Will of the Wisps, which is you have to fucking. Anyway, one of the things. Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah. You gotta go repair a tree that fucking the Wisps are like, hey.
Isn't that what you had to do in the first story? Repair a tree?
Yeah, man. But this is a different one.
Oh.
Well, they were just like, hey, you're so good at fixing the last tree, why don't you fix this one for us too? That is our will.
Yeah.
The will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the things that I really like about this, as far as Metroidvanias go, a lot of times in Metroidvanias they sort of pace stuff out, like a lot of the movement abilities. This game almost immediately gives you like the double jump and the wall hang and the ricochet. I think I get a specific movement ability really close. This is very close to the beginning of the game, and I already have the double jump. And then in this footage, I get the dash move, I think.
Well, I think that it's probably a good practice to do that, considering this is the second
Especially
game.
in a secret, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the biggest complaints about Metroid is they take your shit away every time.
Yeah. And not only that, but
the first story, and it doesn't deliver you those movements that fast.
Not in that one.
This I have maybe an hour in at the time this footage was recorded.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Yeah, and a lot of this footage is going to be meandering around and trying to figure out where I was going.
Yes. Thel playing a platformer. This is what you guys have subscribed for.
Hell yeah. Not just a platformer, but a Metroidvania. Here we are. Now I go back and forth constantly. Yeah.
I do, let's say Hollow Knight in this video a couple times. Hollow Knight. I
do actually want to talk about Hollow Knight.
Go on.
The big difference between, this and Hollow Knight is sort of how Ori moves. You can see I'm actually struggling a little bit with this. One of the big things is, in Hollow Knight, everything is very, very, twitch and precise, right? You press the jump button, he goes up pretty fast, comes down pretty fast. You dash, it dashes forward immediately. It's very it's very tight.
Zoop.
Whereas this is very much more fluid, which sort of works really good with this as you get more and more movement abilities. Unfortunately, I don't get it in this playthrough, but there's a point in time where you get a ability that allows you to dash through projectiles. What that means is you can dash through anything that the game considers a projectile, which is most enemies. So there are constant times where you'll just be moving through the blind forest and never touching the ground. just dashing from dash point to dash point.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
They even make really interesting, like, as they did in the first one, they make really interesting, like, crescendo moments where you have to, you know, outrun the, not exactly this, but the style of outrun the lava that's slowly rising. And
yeah,
you
it's
have to be
like a
really
limbo,
pretty precise with it.
a limbo sort of outrun the evil Spider-Man, and you have to, like, instead of just holding left and then jumping every once in a while, you have to, like, do several different crazy movements that are a lot of fun.
It's just really cool, and you don't really get penalized for dying, so it's not like you're going to get punished for not being able to do it on the first try. That's another thing.
Hollow Knight is it's kind of a fucking bastard when you die. Like while you're playing through it, there are, like, you know, sort of points like the end game is usually really forgiving when you die, but like, well, I mean, except
it's built
for, like,
more
the
around
last
like
game.
risk reward kind of deals.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just more about exploring and figuring out what you're doing. Right?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. There's a reason that there's no platforming sections in Dark Souls. Losing everything when you die and doing a platform section are not, like, conducive to each other. They are not fun together.
I don't know.
They can be fun separately, but losing everything when you die and being able to lose it all on a platforming section kind of sucks.
Well, I think it depends what it is.
The entirety of the NES library disagrees with you.
I think it depends what it is. Like,
and SNES library.
I think the
and
entirety
a lot
of those
of
libraries
the N64
actually.
library.
I think a lot of those libraries actually agree with me because it's not fun to lose all of your progress for one misstep.
well, I think
and then have to start over.
I think what the deal is that it, like, people have different tolerances for that sort of thing, and some people really enjoy the risk of reward kind of deal.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Dark Souls. Like, part of what makes Dark Souls interesting is that in any moment, if you mess up, you lose, or you have a chance to lose everything anyway.
Yeah.
And if the controls are precise and tight enough, and it doesn't feel unfair when you die.
Yeah.
If it feels like your fault, like you screwed up the platforming, then it can be fine. The problem is a lot of times platformers aren't perfect in terms of that, and that's what pisses people off. But I don't think as a whole, platforming is a bad thing to penalize if that's what the game is. Like, if the game is Dark Souls and you're like, the game is about fighting dudes, then yeah, a platforming segment in that would suck because that's not what the game is. If the game is a platformer, that's different.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the thing, like, Hollow Knight has very, very tight controls. It's really, if you mess up in a platforming section in Hollow Knight, it's you messed up that. And also, the, like, really hard platforming, specifically the really hard one to get through the end, they're like a checkpoint after every piece of platforming.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then there's also things like Hive Blood that, like, completely negate that, where you just have to wait until your health recharges, you know.
That being said, not everyone's gonna find any of this equally fun, so, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But what is fun about Ori, and that I also really liked about Hollow Knight, is more than, like, a lot of the Metroidvanias that I've played, Hollow Knight and Ori both have that, like, it's really fun to explore in these games. It's really fun to run around and, like, figure out what's going on in some other place. Like, just, like, you can just, like, see that there's, like, a little secret room, go and find out what's going on there. Maybe there's, like, some really cool vistas or, like, a piece of lore, stuff like that, just scattered across it, and it's all really, really interesting, because, you know, these games are beautiful, and that definitely helps. The music is gorgeous, and that definitely helps. It's a combination of all these things that allow you to sort of want to explore more. Also, the thing is, Ori has these fun side quests. Like, I just took one from that guy to get this Howl thing, and I just got that.
And what are you gonna get out of this?
He gives me a thing. He gives me an item that's used to rebuild society. I think
hell yes. That's a great side quest.
It's a society.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's one of my
now.
favorite. I also really love the exploration aspects in Castlevanias, and that's my main draw to the genre in general, which is why I liked
Bloodstained.
Bloodstained, yes. I was like, I can remember Curse of the Moon, but I can't remember the name. Yeah, Bloodstained.
Ritual of the Night, I think, was Bloodstained.
Yeah. Curse of the Moon was the classic Mania one.
Right, either way. But, you know, going to a new tile set with a new area, and then there's, like, new enemies in that section, like, that's always been my favorite aspect of games like this, so.
Yeah. And it is really fun. And yeah, this is also a very good game to play while waiting for Silksong, because it is surprisingly much more Hollow Knight than I expected it to be. There's like a bunch of things in the game that were put here, like specifically you can do. It's been a long time since I played Ori, like the first one, but I don't remember there being like straight up like the same charm slot system there is in Hollow Knight. There is in this game.
I don't think there was, no.
And also there is a map man who you get the maps from.
Cute.
Yeah, but if you're making a game like this and a game comes out between your two games that is in the same genre and like everybody likes,
it just sort of like changes the face of the genre for a little while.
It makes sense that they would be like, you know, maybe
here's
we
your
stick
charm
that in there.
slots, huh?
Yeah, here are my charm slots.
Yeah, the first one had like a talent
Ori
tree
had like
instead.
like an upgrade, like an XP system.
And I have like two specific charm slots. I have like the charm slots; those give me passive bonuses, and then like you can see down there, I have X, B, and Y. Those are for like abilities. Like currently, I have my regular sword. In B and Y, I could put like an arrow, or there's also the one that I have is a Hollow Knight like spend energy to gain health ability on my B button.
I see.
Where it belongs.
I appreciate that Ori has a sword now, because in the first Ori you kind of just
ran around and had like a little boy
like a
attack
little
for you,
will-o-wisp attack shit for you.
Yeah.
But the sword is like because the boy that attacks stuff for you didn't like interrupt you. You could move around and do everything while just also spamming X.
Yeah. And there's the Hollow Knight regenerate.
Ah, yeah.
Now I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Going to my charm slots when I actually want to
Thel
press
doesn't
like
use the controller very often.
There we are.
That happened. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's always been like charge to heal yourself abilities in all of these games.
Oh yeah.
Like in the Castlevania games for the DS, they had abilities that did that.
Oh, okay.
So that's been around for a while.
Alright.
It's almost surprising that Ori didn't have it, the first one.
Yeah.
And they had that in Bloodstained as well. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game seems pretty cool.
Yes. It's very fun. It's a good old fun little platformer that you can play as much as you want. There's not really all that much to say about it. It's
I wouldn't say that you could play it as much as you want. I mean, you could play it as much as you want, but you might run out of wants.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
The
most important thing. One of the great things about Ori is the fact that it does that thing I really like. It's it uses the gameplay and a lot of really clever stuff to tell its story. It's like the beginning of the first Ori was like immediately made you cry and didn't use a single line of dialogue, stuff like that. Same thing here. Well, it's a little bit less sad in the beginning, but it gets around to it.
When I first played Ori, I was like, well, I'm going to go out. I sure hope nothing bad happens. Oh no! I'll never guess what happened!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Oh, yep. This sure did hapen.
I don't know. I feel like it used its visuals and music to sort of pace it out really well, and I thought it worked like really good.
I mean, every story needs its inciting incident. I mean, literally the same thing is like, when I played Indivisible, I was like, oh, I'm going out. I hope nothing bad happens. It's like literally every game is kind of like that to some extent.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, I guess the only difference is this one is well known for being kind of sad.
Yeah. I would say this game is slightly less sad. They added a very new character who is a lot of fun. She's just this owl, who unfortunately at this point in the game, she's an adorable goth owl. who can't fly because she has a broken wing.
Oh.
So you give her a feather and she can fly. She flies around with you
Like
on her back
Kazooie.
and then she gets lost. And that's how the game starts, and you have to go and find her.
I see.
So yeah.
And
Interesting.
rebuild society using that
Yeah.
Gorlek ore.
Mhm. Well, that comes later because you find out, oh no, society's kind of fucked up here. We should probably do something about that. That's kind of my job.
Is it though? I thought.
Yeah,
Ori's
yeah.
job was-
Everyone walks up to you like, oh, you're a spirit. Come, save our society from the fucking monster bastards that are around. You know that
yes,
horrible
like
wind that
Fern
killed
Gully.
your friend and stuff? Well, guess what? Everything sucks for us. It'd be great if you could help.
Yeah.
Lend us a hand, my friend. My small, strange eared little boy.
How do you feel about the boss fights in this one?
The boss fights are a lot of fun. They come in all sorts of different flavors. You know, there's your average, everyday, run him into the wall and smack his ass boss fight. There's, the first boss you actually fight is before you even get, like, your main attack.
Oh.
I was kind of surprised by how little this game sort of fucked around with that.
Mhm.
But, yeah.
That's cool.
Neat.
Boss fights
Yeah.
are always fun in games like this.
And of course, there's like puzzle bosses and stuff too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I know there were ones.
Dalsson actually watched me fight one of the puzzle bosses that was the particular one I fought was like a plant monster that I had to like limbo run away from, but use all of my abilities to sort of gain momentum and stay off the ground.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Platformer bosses as puzzle bosses, stuff like that. Those are
And
really
also,
really
of course, as you can see, the game is breathtatingly gorgeous,
Oh,
as
of
Ori
course.
is
Yeah,
known
that's-
for.
That's Ori's like claim. to
That's
fame.
MO. That's Ori's MO. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Love this. Love these vistas. Love this music. Love all these fun characters that you interact with. It's just a good old time that you can enjoy yourself with. I love this game. It had me hooked almost immediately. It's really great.
I've
hot.
seen better.
What?
Whoa.
Sam,
I know, controversial
can't say
opinion.
stuff like that on TV.
Yeah. It's a wonderful little game that if you're waiting for Silksong, it's perfect to spend the time with. And yeah, I'm probably gonna make some joke videos out of this one because I really do like this game. But like I'm balls deep in another video, so those are gonna take a little bit.
Yeah.
I might make multiple for this one. I really like it. It's real good.
Good.
That's cool.
Keep a content stream going while we.
I mean, yeah, that too. That too. But I have like several other videos planned. But yeah, I'll probably get to Ori next after the video I'm doing now. And then I also want to do more Doom videos as it turns out comes out. Mountain
Well,
Blade is coming out.
there's no reason to start listing all the videos we want to do. We have plenty of stuff coming out.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Is that about it then?
I think that's about it. There's not much to say. It's just a really, really good game. It's kind of simple, but oh yeah, one thing I did notice is one thing you might be noticing is every once in a while you might hear you guys might hear the audio fuck up a little bit and go. The thing is like with a lot of the release copies, there were a lot of bugs. A lot of them have been patched out, but that's still a bug that sort of exists and hasn't been fixed yet. But it sort of gets less bad as time goes on. Like when I first started the game, I had to restart it a couple times because it was just that bug was really bad. And it's wow, this sure is a beautiful cutscene, but sure would be nice if the sound would stop fucking buzzing every 5 seconds.
But since the day one patch, it's been fixed. Or
No,
fixed.
that one has not been fixed.
But
A lot
you
of them
wouldn't-
have been.
Would you say overall it's buggy right now, or would you say that it's fairly good?
There's some bugs that I have encountered in my 3 hours of playing, which usually I don't like. Usually everyone else has bugs and then I don't. But I've had a couple of bugs. Some of them have been really helpful. Yeah, Dalson's laughing over here because he's the one who always gets them.
I definitely should work for quality assurance for somebody. I will get the bugs. I assure you.
You play it normally and find weird, oddly specific.
24 hours, I will find all your bugs or your money back.
Just completely coincidentally. But yeah, I found there's of course the audio buzzing bug, which is kind of annoying. but like gets better as you play through the game. Like it stops buzzing as much.
That's all
Right.
right.
But you'll play around and it just like doesn't buzz as much. Also, there are a couple like save point bugs, because the thing is this game has like a billion save points. Like Dalsson was saying, it's very forgiving with the platforming and stuff. When you're platforming around, like before every platforming like segment, there will be a little save point, and sometimes this bugs out and you die in the middle of a platforming segment and it skips you forward one, which I mean is great. Dalsson actually saw me do that last time. It's like that's nice,
actually,
but
I think that's actually one of the ways that you have to progress, and I want to be the guy.
it is.
Well, anyway, so that's about it for this game. If you want to see more Ori content, leave a like. We'll probably make some, whether you like it or not.
And a
So
comment.
go ahead and subscribe for that.
Yeah.
Leave a comment about, I don't know, Silk
Ori.
Song, whatever.
Ori and so
Leave a comment
so
if you would
story.
touch Ori's cute little ears.
I would touch Ori's ears. Look at him.
Whoa. Subscribe to our Discord channel so that you can talk about all sorts of Castlevanias and platformers and all that cool junk.
And other video games, we like those too.
Yeah, and if you want to watch some video games, Dalsson has a Twitch stream that you can subscribe to. There will be a link to that in the description as well. And if you want to support us directly, we have a Patreon. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time, and remember, as always,
Stay beautiful.